Hello everyone, we're back. I know we've been away for a few months, we've had a really crazy summer. We're now back in mainland Europe and we've been here for about 2 weeks. In that 2 weeks we've been driving down through the east of France and across the north of Italy. We're now in a little town in the mountains called Bormio. We've had a lot of people online asking us about the Bedford project.
So basically, it was a choice between carrying on with the Bedford project or saving up for our next adventure. We've been back in the UK for 18 months and that was way too long to not be on the road, so we kind of just had to prioritise saving up for this trip so we could explore some more of our photo ideas and video projects. But don't worry, we'll be finishing off the Bedford project in the new year, so keep an eye out for more videos about the build. So right now we're making our way east to spend another winter in the Balkans. We're going to be taking a route that takes us first through the French Alps and the Dolomites, and then through Slovenia, Hungary, Serbia, Romania, Kosovo, Macedonia. We're spending Christmas in Greece, and then we're hoping to get across to Turkey for a couple of months, although that's a bit up in the air at the minute. And then we'll be returning north through Albania and Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Well remembered.
We're also going to have a friend who's joining us for this trip. Meet our Canadian, Dana! She's going to be joining us on this trip. We met last year in Cornwall through couchsurfing when she came to stay with us. We took her to her first ever English festival and the rest is kind of history really. We've got a shared interest in travel and photography and it's going to be really great to have her along for the ride.
Woo! So let's have a look at what we've been doing for the last 2 weeks.
Rewind 3 weeks, and we began harvesting the food we'd grown throughout the summer, and packing up the van with everything we'd need for 7 months on the road. After spending 18 months back in Cornwall, it was hard to say goodbye to our pets and our families.
Bye!
Soon, we were on our way to Dover. Later that evening, we were on the Eurotunnel heading over to France, where our road trip could begin. The next day, we drove for 10 hours all the way down the east coast of France, stopping to cool off in this tiny thermal spring before parking up by this lake for the night. The following day we made it to the Lac d'Ille, where we cooled down in the 19-degree thermal waters and enjoyed the beautiful scenery that the Jura region had to offer. We continued further south into the Auvergne-Rhône Alps, where we stopped off on our long, hot drive for a swim in the Rhône River to escape from the heat, and enjoyed a private little park-up by the shores of the enormous 10-kilometre-long Lac de Montagnard-Avignonnet. We hiked from the van down through the woods so we could swim in the reservoir's clear waters surrounded by mountains. For Ben's birthday, we spent a chilly night on top of a mountain at 1,700 metres, surrounded by sheep and with a part-time view. We'd driven the most incredible road to get there too. Then we arrived in the high Alps, where we were blown away by the views of the Lac de Sauté and the beauty of the entire region. We hiked in the Écran National Park to Lac Lerrier at 2,460 metres, our highest hike to date, climbing a total of 600 metres and walking across the scenic plateaus and rocky tracks once used by the villagers and their mules. We then drove our highest road yet at 2,642 metres on the Col de Galibier, which is only the 8th highest road in the Alps, but the highest point on the Tour de France. Our final stop in France was the gorgeous Vanlife National Park, where we spent 2 freezing nights camping on the shores of Lac de Morsigny, once we figured out which track would take us there. The water was a little chilly here at almost 2,000 metres, but that didn't stop me from washing my hair, only with natural products, of course. After a weekend break from driving, we crossed the unmanned mountainous border to begin our journey through Italy.